Good afternoon, Exeter. For this week's report, Parks and Rec seeks feedback for renovating Planet Playground. The Select Board discusses sewer projects, drought conditions, community power, and more at July 18th meeting. Exeter PD is to host National Night Out event August 2nd. A recap of the American Independence Festival, and a sculpture in the park gets much needed TLC. For Exeter TV, I'm Garrett Prey, and this is the Exeter Biweekly Report. Let's get started. Parks and Recreation is seeking feedback from the public to help inform the renovations of Planet Playground. Darian Castro spoke with director Greg Beeson to learn more.
For nearly 25 years, Planet Playground has served the Exeter community.
Planet Playground was built in 1998 by some dedicated residents. We have been maintaining it over the years, but unfortunately the life expectancy of a wooden playground is only 25 years.
As the time comes for renovation of the playground, Parks and Recreation is looking to receive feedback about how the new playground will look. Exeter residents can fill out a new survey on the Town of Exeter website, which features a variety of playground designs.
Since Planet Playground needs to be renovated, it's our opportunity as a town to offer a fully accessible, ADA compliant playground. One of our goals is to make sure no kid is left out of play. Please take the time to fill out the poll. The poll closes on July 29th with a public input session to follow on August 10th.
The Select Board met on July 18th to hear updates on various town projects. Bob Glowacki has this recap.
After a brief non-public session and board interview, the meeting started off with the swearing in of a new police officer, Carlos Garcia. Deputy Police Chief Josh McCain had these words to say about Exeter's newest officer.
Carlos was born in the Dominican Republic and moved to the United States when he was 13 years old. Carlos is bilingual, fluent in both Spanish and English, and he's obtained his American citizenship in 2013. He currently lives in Atkinson, New Hampshire, with his wife, Sarah, and their 3 children. Carlos' lifelong dream has been to become a police officer. He holds a bachelor's degree in criminal justice from Rasmussen College and has previously worked as a correctional officer with the Hillsborough County Department of Corrections, as well as a reserve police officer with the city of Lawrence, Massachusetts.
During public comment, there was a discussion regarding concerns about Oak and Salem Street improvements, which include new drainage filters and road widening. Town engineer Paul Vlasic discussed why these improvements were designed in that way.
And what we're trying to do is, instead of having a skinny street in portion to widening and that sort of stuff, even things out through the whole neighborhood, so that's why there was the 24-foot. Be consistent and also to match up with what is coming from Salem Street, and Salem Street and Oak Street's a 4-way stop now. And I know that maybe, as the gentleman said, people don't always stop there, but it is a 4-way stop. And it lines up the way that it's designed now with that little bit of widening, 1.5 feet, that is his concern. It lines up rather nicely.
Public Works Director Jennifer Perry sought the board's permission to go ahead with several paving and sidewalk projects and permission to demolish an old garage located at 149 Kingston Road. Next, Jen Perry gave an update on the current drought conditions impacting the area.
So the state declared a moderate drought for this part of the state 2 weeks ago, July 5th. And we are here tonight just to bring everybody's awareness back to this front and center. It's been over a year since we have been in a drought and since we came out of our restrictions, but this has been a pretty fast developing drought situation. We didn't have a large snowpack, so the river and groundwater flows were low to start with, and we've only received a moderate amount of rainfall this year. I think you saw in my memo that we're at about a 5 to 6 inch deficit The rain today is great, and I know we're supposed to get more rain, but we're still going to be in a deficit.
During the rest of the meeting, updates were given by Parks and Rec, the Fire Department, and Welfare and Human Services, followed by a discussion on the 2022 Select Board Goals Report. As always, you can check out the full meeting on our YouTube page. We've also added in chapters to help you more easily find the agenda item you're looking for.
August is around the corner, and that means Exeter PD's annual National Night Out event is coming soon. Here's Detective Bruce Page with more information.
Hi everybody, I'm Detective Page with the Exeter Police Department. We'd like to invite everybody down for a National Night Out, which is going to be held in Swayze Park this year from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. on August 2nd. Admission to the event is free. There's going to be food trucks, balloon animals, a dunk tank, and all kinds of other events that everybody can enjoy. Music's going to be provided by The Two of Us, which is a Beatles tribute band. The sponsors are the Pearpoint Group, Kiwanis, and the Knights of Columbus. Staples helped us out a lot with the banners and promoting it. Thank you everybody. Come down and see us August 2nd, 4 p.m. to 7 p.m.
Last weekend, Exeter had special visitors from the past in downtown Exeter at the 32nd Annual American Independence Festival. We went down to capture the festivities. The American Independence Museum's American Independence Day Festival returned again, and on July 16th, the day of which the Dunlap broadside was read in Exeter.
God entitled them. A decent respect to the opinions of mankind requires that they should declare the causes which impel them to the separation. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal.
Interactive exhibits. George Washington made his debut. The Folsom Tavern was in full use. And of course, a recreational fighting force.
Take aim! Fire!
A sculpture in Founders Park near Exeter Library was recently renovated. Bob Glowacki spoke with a member of the Arts and Culture Advisory Commission to learn more.
The sculpture in Founders Park got some much-needed TLC recently. The town's Arts and Cultural Commission worked with Parks and Rec to apply for a conservation grant from the New Hampshire State Council on the Arts. We spoke to Commission member Bruce Jones to learn more.
We picked this sculpture because it needed some TLC, and we'd like to see some more activity down here. Somebody on the committee found that there are grants for this, so it was a collaboration, and Parks and Rec helped out tremendously. So we applied for the grant. They gave it to us. We found a great contractor to put it all together.
The sculpture, entitled Gateway to Founders Park, was erected in 1988 for the town's 350th anniversary and depicts the town's history through a series of bas reliefs. The sculpture was done by well-known sculptor Emil Birch, who has worked on statues and other works throughout the state. After the grant was awarded to the town, Inspired Ornamental was selected to complete the work.
They did molds and casts and cleaned it up, and sensitive to the river, and they did a fantastic job.
This project is just one of many examples of residents serving on committees using their skills and knowledge to give back to the town.
Well, as part of the Arts and Culture Committee, to restore something like this and to just bring it forward and support the arts in town, and we're doing whatever we can to bring the arts to Exeter.
That does it for this week's report. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to help us spread the word. We'll be back August 5th with more local news and information. For Exeter TV, I'm Garrett Prey, and this has been the Exeter Biweekly Report. Have a great weekend, everyone.